Welcome to Midtown Comics TV again this week. I'm Alan Kistler.
I'm Jennifer Ewing.
And this time around, instead of doing one of our Question of the Week sessions, we've actually got some interviews for you. We have the two Bens, Ben McCool, Ben Templesmith of Choker, interviewed by our own Jose Ramos. Exactly. So right now, let's get to the recommendations, and then keep watching for Jose's interview. This is nice when you don't talk.
Justice League, Cry for Justice, 7 out of 7. This is the end to James Robinson's series, and is it a humdinger? Lots of explosions, lots of death. Robinson apparently has no love for Roy Harper, and the ending, well, it sets off a huge chain of events that we're going to see later on this year. It's been a pretty good read. It's going to tie in really nicely to the regular Justice League of America. Go pick it up.
Prelude to Deadpool Corps. This is a great issue. Featuring Lady Deadpool. She's kicking a lot of butt and being generally crazy, as is the want of anybody related to Deadpool whatsoever. Fantastic issue. I definitely recommend it. You really don't need much more than that. So go and buy it now. Enjoy.
Mighty Avengers 34. It's Thor versus Pym's team of Mighty Avengers, with Loki at stake. You heard me right. I'm not giving anything away. That's like in the first couple of pages. Really fun story. Finally some things come to a head. Pietro learns some stuff. He is not happy. Hercules is being Hercules. Pym's dealing with his own ideas, and people never quite sure if he's eccentric, crazy, or just winging it. Really fun stuff. I'm really sad this series is going to come to an end soon. I would really like it to continue after stuff like this. Definitely pick it up.
Invincible Iron Man number 24. This is capping off Matt Fraction's latest story arc with Tony Stark. We get to see a lot of cool stuff with what's going on inside Tony's mind, seeing how his friends are always willing to back him up, and a nice little quirky turn at the end. Some might say cop-out. I say only way to make it work. Want to see what I mean? Go read it. It's great.
Nemesis, The Imposters, issue 1. This is a new series involving the longtime master of disguise. This is a really great issue. The only difficulty I had with it was the background information is lacking, and for myself, I wanted to know a little bit more about the character just to have a handle as to what was going on and why exactly I was enjoying this issue. So definitely check out Final Crisis Aftermath Escape if you want some more background before checking this out this week.
Milestone Forever, written by Dwayne McDuffie, naturally, one of the big Milestone creators. This is the second issue of the two-issue miniseries and brings the entire old Milestone universe to a close. You get to see the final fates of Hardware and Static. Static's fate is really cool if you're a Static fan. You'll really dig it, and you'll definitely laugh and smile. There is a lead-in to how these characters are now existing in the DC universe. If you like the Milestone characters, or honestly, even if you've never read about them before, if you just want a nice, poignant character story, check out this two-issue miniseries.
I got to sit down and talk to the two Bens, Ben McCool and Ben Templesmith. For Ben McCool, this is his first big book, Choker. We got to review it last week. As far as Ben Templesmith goes, you probably know him from 30 Days of Night, Fell, and the comic book adaptation of Dead Space, the video game. We got to sit down and talk to him about a variety of things. Here we go.
I'm Ben McCool.
And I'm Ben Templesmith.
What's the last time you went to a scary movie that actually scared you, or at least got you to twitch a little bit?
I don't know, I don't consider scary movies scary, particularly. In that sense, I don't go for the whole, it's very quiet and sunny, there's a loud sound that makes you jump. Anyone can do that.
Right.
Someone can come up behind you and do that. That's not, to me, a skill of horror. That's just a cheap trick. I don't watch any straight horror usually. I'm not a slasher, horror, torture porn guy.
Right,
So,
gotcha. This is like your first major book.
Yes, it is
that's
indeed.
coming out right now.
It is indeed.
I read it. I thought it was great.
Cool.
What kind of a genre would you call the book?
Philip K. Dick was absolutely amongst my influences, as is guys like William Gibson. So what I tried to do with this was like amalgamate the two genres. I wanted to have a hard-boiled detective noir type tale based upon a outlandish cyberpunk backdrop. So it's a bit of a mishmash of those two.
What's your favorite word?
Discombobulate. because it sounds fabulous.
What was that? What's your favorite sound? Ding, boom, bang, the cash register going.
You know what? Ding, but more along the lines of like two colossal beer mugs clanking together.
Yeah,
there we go. I kind of like that sound. That's pretty good. I'm hoping to be hearing that sometime soon, actually.
The sound of an American toilet flushing properly. They don't. The flush mechanism here is horribly weak.
If there was anything you could do besides what you're doing right now, what would it be?
I would be that's actually a really good question. Something I'm passionate about. Like I say, I'm a big beer guy, so something to do with a brewery, perhaps. That's a pretty lame an answer, but probably a truthful one. So,
well, besides male prostitute, probably tattoo artist. I'd like to get into that. So,
that'd be cool.
And possibly even combine the two. I don't know.
Hey, if you're at a bar and Ben McCool got really, really hammered and started a fight.
This isn't a theoretical question, is it? This is not a.
Should have seen me
This
last
isn't
night.
a what if question. Okay, yeah.
Would you back him up? And what immediate thing near you would you pick up to hit the guy attacking him with?
Yes, Australians, generally speaking, always back someone up. A friend, you know. I probably wouldn't grab anything. I'd just try and get my elbow in the guy's face. Punisher style.
I like it.
I learned fighting
Effective.
techniques from the back of a Punisher war journal or something once. It's like, yeah.
Bar store usually works. Crack around the back of the head. Bosh.
No, it's just getting in there close and personal with your own body parts. Really, so we don't.
You can always poke their eyes out. Poke both eyes at the same time. Birmingham style. Represents. Did you know the US has never lost a war when donkeys were involved?
No, I did not know. I know that now.
Never, ever, ever. Anytime the US soldiers...
Is that why Al Qaeda started using donkey suicide bomber things?
Have they really?
I think they might now. They're going to try that.
I don't endorse donkey suicide bombers. I just think it's hilariously bizarre.
I think you should put that in the book now.
There we go. Issue 6, the grand finale. And then the donkey suicide bomber turns up and blows everybody up.
This is all part of. This came from what, your overall donkey research?
Yes. No, well, not quite. It was actually American military research, but donkeys turned up. And
I thought donkeys were a rather favourite subject of yours.
But yeah, so donkey suicide bombers are just scary and crazy, bizarre, and I'm infatuated by them all of a sudden. Okay, that's me out.
I'm not saying it.
I'm ashamed of myself. So should you be for making me
I was
say it as
ashamed of
well.
myself long ago. So.
Oh well. That really is me out now, what do I?
It's a nice interview, brother.
Thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. The two Bens are fantastic to be around.
That same weekend, we did an interview with Amber Benson and Anton Strout, two sci-fi fantasy authors. You can check that out on Crazy Sexy Geeks this week. YouTube channel, Crazy Sexy Geeks series. Jose, what's also on this website?
There is a podcast put out weekly, updated on Mondays. Listen, subscribe. It's a lot of fun. Demetrius and Thor tend to have a lot of interesting things to talk about.
And in the meantime, we'll see you later. Take care. Was that your Iron Man Unibeam?
I think so. Maybe. Maybe I should puff up my chest more. I don't know.
Welcome to Midtown Comics TV. I'm Alan Kistler. I was hoping so. Oh. Jennifer's gone crazy.
That's fanboys exploding, I guess. I don't know. That's them calling to tell me stop.
I need a vacation.
Okay.
I was making a repulsor beam with the Green Lantern.
That doesn't make any sense.
Makes perfect sense and you know it.
Okay.